Alcoholism, the most effective treatment. Pharmacological care to decrease alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Presented to you by Equilicherry RN. The term alcoholism has been defined as a primary chronic disease characterized by impaired control over drinking, preoccupation with the drug alcohol, use of alcohol despite of adverse consequences, and distortions in thinking. Factors that predict an individual's vulnerability to alcoholism has been studied in length, including family history, genetic, behavioral traits, and socio-economic background. Psychological traits such as impulsiveness, low self-esteem, and need for approval can prompt inappropriate drinking, while others drink to cope with emotional problems. Social and environmental factors, including the availability of alcohol, can also play a key. Alcoholism is the leading preventable cause of illness and death and a major contributor to healthcare costs. Alcohol has been identified as a factor in 50% of all motor vehicle crashes, burns, interpersonal violence, including homicides, and increased crime. In 2006, about 8 million individuals in the United States met diagnostic criteria for alcohol dependence. Description of dependence emphasizes tolerance, withdrawal, taking substances in large amounts than intended, desire to reduce intake, excessive time taken in obtaining the substance or recovering from its effects, diversion of effort from previously important activities, and persistent use despite knowledge of harm. Alcoholism costs taxpayers approximately $23 billion annually. Drinking alcohol can take a serious toll on the body. Alcohol can interfere with the brain's communication pathways and can affect the way the brain looks and works. These disruptions can change mood, behavior, and make it harder to think clearly and move with coordination. Drinking over a long period of time can damage the heart, causing problems such as arrhythmias, blood pressures, and cardiomyopathy. Liver inflammation is a result of heavy drinking and can lead to diseases such as cirrhosis, fibrosis, or alcoholic hepatitis. Alcohol can cause the pancreas to produce toxic substances that can eventually lead to pancreatitis. Inflammation and swelling of the blood vessels in the pancreas can prevent proper digestion. Drinking too much alcohol can weaken the immune system, making the body an easier target for diseases. Chronic drinkers are more liable to contract diseases such as pneumonia and tuberculosis. Withdrawal. Alcohol withdrawal syndrome is potentially life-threatening syndrome that occurs within 48 to 96 hours of abstinence from alcohol. Withdrawals occur while the patient has a measurable BAL. Symptoms include insomnia, mild anxiety, GI upset, headache, palpitations, diaphoresis, and can lead to seizures. Withdrawal seizures are more common in patients who have a history of multiple episodes of detoxification. The seizures generally appear tonic, in presentation. Blood pressure does not correlate with the severity of alcohol withdrawal. Increased heart rate may be the only predictor to determine if a patient will suffer from AWS, but can also be misleading in patients with untreated medical conditions. Patients may progress to delirium tremens or DTs involving profound confusion, hallucinations, and severe autonomic instability. CAGE is an assessment tool that identifies patients at risk for alcohol withdrawal syndrome, or AWS. CAGE is an acronym for the 4 areas identified: C, cut back; A, annoyance; G, guilt. E is eye-opening. The cage can identify alcohol problems over the lifetime. 2 positive responses are considered a positive test and indicate further assessment is needed. The Revised Clinical Institute Withdrawal Assessment for Alcohol Scale is a validated 10-item assessment tool that can be used to quantify the severity of alcohol withdrawal syndrome. It is also used to monitor and medicate patients going through withdrawals. Scores of 8 points or less equals mild withdrawals, 9 to 15 is moderate withdrawals, and 15 or greater is considered severe withdrawals, and these patients are at increased risk of delirium tremens and seizures. Delirium tremens. Delirium tremens, Latin for shaky frenzy, also referred to as the DTs, the horrors or shakes, is an acute episode of delirium that is usually caused by withdrawal from alcohol. This was first described in 1813. The main symptoms of delirium tremens are nightmares, agitation, global confusion, disorientation, visual and auditory hallucinations, fever, hypertension, diaphoresis, and other signs of autonomic hyperactivity, including tachycardia and hypertension. These symptoms may appear suddenly but can develop 2 to 3 days after cessation of drinking heavy. DTs commonly affect those with a history of habitual alcohol use or alcoholism that has existed for more than 10 years. Symptoms of delirium tremens are usually worse at night. They are considered the most severe manifestation of alcohol withdrawal. Delirium tremens usually include extremely intense feelings of impending doom. Severe anxiety and feelings of imminent death are symptomatic of DTs. Symptoms can be life-threatening if left untreated. Displayed are symptoms of alcohol withdrawal syndrome and the time of appearance after cessation of alcohol use. Between 6 to 12 hours after alcohol use, a person will experience minor withdrawal symptoms including palpitations, insomnia, gastrointestinal upset, anxiety, or headache. From 12 to 24 hours, a person can experience alcoholic hallucinosis, which is visual, auditory, or tactile hallucination. Between 24 to 48 hours, a person can experience withdrawal seizures, which is generalized tonic-clonic seizures. Up to 4 days, a person can experience alcohol withdrawal delirium, or DTs, which include hallucinations, disorientation, hypertension, diaphoresis, agitation, and tachycardia. This level of alcohol withdrawal is life-threatening. Detoxification. The first important step in the treatment of substance abuse is detoxification. Treatment may include monitoring of blood pressure, body temperature, heart rate, and blood levels of different chemicals in the body, fluid or medication via IV, and sedation using medications called benzodiazepines until withdrawals are complete. Detoxification has 3 main goals: to initiate abstinence, to retain the patient on the treatment, and to reduce withdrawal symptoms. Most people undergoing alcohol detox do not require hospitalization, but in severe cases, hospitalization may be necessary. There are specific medical treatments for alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Treatments for withdrawal symptoms include benzodiazepines, ethanol, nitrous oxide, clomethazole, carbamazepine, and carbazepine. Benzodiazepines, such as diazepam or lorazepam, are the most commonly used drugs for the treatment of alcohol withdrawal and are generally safe and effective in suppressing alcohol withdrawal signs. Benzodiazepines inhibit nerve cell excitability in the brain. The therapeutic effect of benzodiazepines assists in facilitating many other side effects from alcohol withdrawal, as well as dependence and withdrawal from other drugs. Benzodiazepines help to prevent progression of DTs and reduce the risk of seizures. Benzodiazepines in patients who are still acutely intoxicated may result in an unacceptable risk of side effects, including dizziness, hypotension, respiratory depression, nausea, nightmares, and death unless these patients are carefully monitored. Sometimes benzodiazepines can result in a paradoxical effect, meaning in some people, benzodiazepine use has the opposite effect than what is intended. People with seizure disorders can experience an increase in the number of seizures that they experience after taking benzodiazepines. Benzodiazepines may pose a risk of medication abuse and addiction, which may potentially compromise rehabilitation efforts. Over time, these drugs lose effectiveness, and the continued use of the same dose results in patients increasing their dosage level and becoming dependent. Long-acting benzodiazepines, such as diazepam, are commonly administered in a fixed dose. The fixed dose strategy may result in a patient receiving too much or too little of a benzodiazepine, with excessive sedation or uncontrolled withdrawal symptoms. Long-acting benzodiazepines are generally preferred for managing AWS in a person receiving inpatient treatment because of a decreased risk of delirium and seizures. Short-acting benzodiazepines may be used in patients with comorbidities such as liver disease. The most common treatment for alcohol withdrawal includes 3 days of long-acting benzodiazepines on a fixed schedule with additional medications as needed. Benzodiazepines remain the primary treatment of moderate to severe AWS. Delirium tremens, Latin for shaking frenzy, also referred to as DT, the horror of the shake, is an acute episode of delirium that is usually caused by withdrawal from alcohol. This was first described in 1813. 3 medications have been approved by the FDA for treatment of alcohol dependence. They are disulfiram, which is Antabuse, acamprosate, which is Campral, and naltrexone, which is a combination of Revia and Viagra. These medications aim to restore the balance between inhibitory and excitatory neurotransmitter pathways that contribute to alcohol withdrawal, hyperexcitability, and negatively affected mood that may promote relapse drinking. When an individual consumes alcohol with any of these medications, it causes a severe reaction with flushing of the hands and feet, rapid heartbeat, and falling blood pressure. The reaction may persist for 30 minutes to several hours or as long as alcohol remains in the blood. The anticipation of the negative effects produced by this reaction is thought to reduce cravings for alcohol. The goal is to allow patients to establish the resources and self-motivation that are necessary to maintain abstinence once the drug is discontinued. Treatment of patients with AWS should be based on individualized and dynamic pharmacological interventions so patients receive the appropriate medications and the correct dosages and combinations to effectively treat their AWS symptomology. The early identification and clinically focused assessment of AWS will result in increased patient comfort, decreased costs, and decreased adverse consequences related to the detoxification process. Nurses are in key positions to identify alcohol problems in patients and to facilitate their access to appropriate and effective treatment.